In today's Leeds news, interest in Joseph, Sam Byram decision, away shirt launch, youth call ups, Sinisterra hints at stay, and Gnonto says no to Everton. Hiya folks, Chair here on the 3rd of August with your Leeds United news. Thursday, the day before our first press conference of the new season for the game against Cardiff. Some interesting stuff popped up yesterday. Joe Dunhu's article caused a bit of a stir, saying that Leeds probably won't have any more players brought in before the Cardiff game. He did indicate that Leeds are still in the market for players. It did cause a bit of concern yesterday, people thinking Leeds were done the transfer market, but he's rolled back a bit on that as well to say Leeds have lined up players should the bigger players leave. They've also stated that players like Adam Sinisterra are above the quality of any player they can bring in. So keeping them is a priority for those positions. So not the end of the world just yet, although it did look like yesterday. And also, just to give you the details on some perks for watching the channel, I'm wearing it here, the 1958-1959 Leeds United home shirt. Is available through Toffs, and we have signed up to a partnership with Toffs to offer a discount to anybody who watches Leeds United The View. There is a discount code that you can check out. It is The View 15. It's on screen there now as well. And when you go into the checkout, you just put that discount code in there and you'll get 15% off this very lovely Leeds United shirt that's there as well. It's a great fit. It's cotton. Lovely. Really like it. It's not a paid promotion. We're not getting anything from Toss for this. This is literally just a partnership to give everyone who watches this channel a 15% discount on something that, to be honest, it's a bit cool. I really like it. And a massive thanks to Toffs for getting involved with this as well. And anybody else who wants to get involved with the channel can also do so as well. So anyway, let's crack on and get into the news. I'm going to start off with interest in Matteo Joseph. And according to Marcus, Swansea, Sampdoria and Wolfsburg are interested in Matteo Joseph. There are other interests across clubs in Europe as well at keeping an eye on Matteo Joseph, who has been impressing in pre-season so far, not so much on the pitch, but more so in training. The report states that Joseph is set for an important role this season with Leeds United's first team. We have seen him come off the bench with injuries to Pat Bamford and Jorginho Rutter for the weekend, which we're not 100% sure will keep them out of the game or not. There's a possibility that Joseph could get an early start for the team. He is expected to have a major part this season. However, the report goes on to say that Leeds could use Matteo Joseph to loosen the reins around the potential move for Joe Pirro. Swansea have signed 2 strikers already, which look like replacements for Joe Pirro, but they have got an interest in Matteo Joseph as well. Leeds could loan Matteo Joseph to Swansea in order to bring Joe Pirro to Leeds United. It's something that they could do, or they could just double down on their interest in Matteo Joseph and keep him in the side as well. So there's a bit of conflicting reports in that as well, but they're saying that there is an opportunity there. Sampdoria, Radrizzani has already mentioned an interest in Joseph. Swansea now as well. Wolfsburg are having a look as well. So if he doesn't play a starting role for Leeds, if Leeds do go and buy a striker, a possibility that Matteo Joseph could go out on loan in the Championship or be used as part of a deal to bring Joe Pirro to Leeds. So keep an eye on that one, see what happens. Moving on and talking about players that are at Leeds at the moment, but decisions that need to be made. And Sam Byram's future at Leeds United is being decided currently, according to Joe Dunhu at the Yorkshire Evening Post. Leeds are deliberating over a decision on Sam Byram. The report says that it's basically Sam Byram would need to be registered by Friday in order to be eligible for the game on Sunday, should Leeds want to have him involved. So they will need to get their skates on. And that there is an extended piece on this saying that as he is a free agent, Leeds don't have to rush on this. They can wait a couple of weeks and sign him at the last moment if they want to. They can wait till after the deadline is closed and still sign the player. But if Leeds want to have him involved, they would need to get him registered by Friday. Looking at how preseason's gone, he's been excellent at left back. The major concern that they've labelled here is Sam Byram's fitness and his ability to prove that he can stay fit. Obviously, there will be a medical done with the player as well to make sure that he can actually deal with what's needed and go through the history of his injuries as well. See if there's any lingering niggles there that could become potentially serious over time. So it's a big decision for Leeds. He's been excellent for me in pre-season. He's looked probably better at left back than Leo Hjelde, who did pick up a knock as well, as mentioned. But I thought he was very good from an attacking sense. Leo Hjelde gives enough more defensive capability than Byram does going forward. But it's a very interesting one. It'll be interesting to see what Leeds do over the next couple of days, but they want to make a decision today or tomorrow if they want to have him in the squad for Sunday. Moving on to the new away kit. Told you so. Leeds have launched the 23-24 away kit, which leans into Leeds history with the term peacock and the peacock design. I love it. I think it's a cracking shirt. I think it's different than anything else anybody else is going to have in the league. I love the peacock design on it. It looks great. The socks are cracking as well. It's available online. Just to find out if you are going to buy that shirt, if you want the Flamingo Land sponsorship and the AMT sponsorship on the back of it, they are only available if you buy in store. You can get them added to the shirt through printing system in the store, not available online. True pointed out. Leeds still haven't confirmed their squad numbers yet, but it's looking closer and closer to being finalised. So there's that one. Youth call-ups. Let's talk about some young players. Sam Chambers, Josh McDonald and Louis Perry have all been called up for Scotland's under-17 clashes against Switzerland coming up. So congratulations to all three on their call-ups. Perry and McDonald are new to Leeds United, having come down from the north not that long ago. So it'd be interesting to see how they get on moving there. And also just keep an eye on them over the course of the season. Under-17s, two very exciting players there to keep an eye on. Moving on to players that could be potentially staying at Leeds and a possible massive decision being made here. Louis Sinisterra has given his first indications that he will be committing his short-term future for this season, at least, to Leeds United. Sinisterra ran a Q&A on his Instagram page, and during the Q&A, he was asked would he stay at Leeds for the season. His response was that he wants to get Leeds United back into the Premier League, which is some sort of an indication that he will remain with Leeds and is committed to getting Leeds back into the Premier League. Should be said, Leeds have got one external international loan that can still happen. Then it's locked down. 4 domestic loans there as well. But according to AS in Colombia, they are also stating that Louis Sinisterra is likely to stay at Leeds this season. His injury history is labelled as one of the reasons why clubs aren't making moves from Bayern Leverkusen and AC Milan were linked with the player early on the transfer window, but nothing has really materialised with that since the initial interests. There's been rough rumours of talk of Premier League club interest in him, but as currently, no interest and no offers have been made for Louis Sinisterra, and he looks like he will stay at Leeds United for this season. You've got 4 weeks and counting till the window closes. So anything can happen. It can obviously all change. We've heard players commit their future to Leeds before and still leave. Tyler Adams expected to leave, but he has kind of also said that he wants to get Leeds back into the Premier League. So things are said. Things can be said and not followed through on. And then finally today we'll talk about Willy Gnonto, and according to Team Talk, the Leeds attacker has said no to any form of a move to Everton Football Club. The article claims that Gnonto has said that a move to Everton is not a move that interests him or is in any way appealing to him. Football Insider have also claimed that Everton did return with a second bid for Gnonto to Leeds of 20 million, which hasn't been reported by any other outlet, and seeing as Football Insider have gotten pretty much everything wrong this summer, I would say that's not true either. There was a £13 million bid that was rejected by Leeds out of hand straight away. Everton have not returned, according to most credible sources. Football Insider say a £20 million bid did go in and was rejected by Leeds as well. But Gnonto apparently has made it very clear to his agent that he has no interest in playing for Everton, and it is an offer that, in their words, doesn't appeal to him going forward. So still a lot of rumours with Willy Gnonto and Juventus and Napoli and clubs in Italy keeping an eye on him as well. And there are some clubs still in the Premier League floating around, having a look at Aston Villa been linked as well. So still worth keeping an eye on. Hasn't played a lot of games during pre-season. He's come off the bench. He is slightly behind the team in terms of his return to pre-season, was a couple of weeks behind them. So could be just building up his minutes. Might be nothing to read into there, and we have to wait and see what happens over the weekend to see if Gnonto plays any kind of a part in the game. We will be doing the podcast tomorrow night, which will be available for members as per usual. It'll be on the channel on Saturday for everybody else. We will be doing a season preview during that podcast and a brief look back over this week. Not a lot's happened this week. The flush of signings that Fabrizio Romano promised us last week and this week just hasn't materialised. Leeds seem to be being a lot more strategic about their moves. They know exactly what positions they're looking to sign in, and they know exactly what positions they're looking to keep players in. So if we can keep the players that we need to keep, if we can keep Adams, keep Sinisterra, keep Somerville, keep Gnonto, great. Don't need to sign a midfielder. Don't need to sign wingers or attackers. We should be okay with that. Striker's still an issue for me, but I would love to see Matteo Joseph given a run at some point and see what he can do. Personally, I think he's the most natural finisher that we have in the squad, and I'd like to see him get a crack at that. And if Ian Pavetta can continue his form, maybe the number 10 position is already sorted. But that's it. That's going to be it for today, folks. Just a reminder, the giveaway on the shirts, haven't forgotten about it. I am doing the draw this week, and I will let you know on Friday who the winners are, and I will email the winners before then. I'll do that draw today probably, and I'll email the winners and I'll name them on the channel on Friday as well to get those shirts sent out to you. And then just a reminder again, if you want to get a Classic Leeds retro shirt from Tufts, you can do so using the code DView11, which will give you a 15% discount off the shirt in your basket on Tufts website. The website is linked in the description below as well, so you can check that out. And little perk for you. Hope that is something that's appealing and helps and works for everybody. It is a lovely shirt, to be fair. It fits really well and I love it. So massive thanks to Tufts for getting involved with this and partnering with the channel. So as I said before, not a paid promotion, promotion. Not making any money off this. It's literally just a discount code to everybody who watches the channel. So have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow for the season preview and hopefully press conference to talk about and some more Leeds news. Have a great day. See you then.